Hello everyone, it's Tiny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about potential furniture pieces, clothing pieces, things like that we could see come into the game inspired by Brave. I've recently done a rewatch of Brave, Tangled and Hercules for the lead up to the DLC. We did some movie nights in my Discord, and we will be doing one for Nightmare Before Christmas shortly before Sally comes in. But doing these rewatches really helps me sort of remind myself of the films. I think there's very few Disney films that I haven't seen. But some of the films that I've watched, I haven't watched for years, and Brave is kind of one of them. I do love Brave, but it's definitely been a few years since I've seen it. So it was really good rewatching, getting inspired by it, seeing some of the little details and stuff like that. So I want to go over some of the items that either I would like to see or I think might potentially come in as furniture pieces or clothing pieces inspired by the film. So I think one of the first things that I want to talk about is actually the Wisps. I love the Wisps. I think they just look so cute, so cool. I would love if we had some kind of like wisp-like decoration for the Valley kind of thing. You know, we could dot them around a bit like the fireflies. Do I think that's likely? No. I think that is sort of more borderline unlikely, but it's more something that I would like, if that makes sense. So that I think it would be a cute feature, especially in any kind of like fairy tale builds. Imagine being able to place wisps leading to important areas in your valley. Like, I just think that would be so cute. So that is one of the things that I think would be cool to have in the game. The next thing I want to talk about is the necklace, so Merida's pendant that she gets. She does actually trade this necklace for the spell to basically change her mother. I could see us getting this as an item. They do say on Steam that one of Merida's quests is that we get like some sort of jewel or some sort of historical item. Sorry, it's a lost treasure of Clan Dunbrock. So I really think this could actually really apply. Let's face it, she gives it away. So that would make sense for it to be like a lost treasure. And obviously with it being a pendant, that kind of leans into the treasure thing. So I could definitely see Merida's pendant being an item that we have to recover because of how she traded it with the witch. I think it would be a cute piece to wear on an outfit kind of thing, so when we get it as like an item to wear. I think that would be really cute. Speaking of sort of Merida's pendant and everything like that, and the story and trading it, obviously Merida's story runs parallel to Mor'du. For those that don't know, Mor'du is the bear that's in Brave, the kind of like villain of the story, but actually Mor'du was a man. So there's a legend within the film that basically teaches people to, you know, not be selfish, not to sort of be too proud and things like that, like just to be a bit more considerate and thoughtful of others and stuff like that. And basically the story is that there was an ancient kingdom that it was ruled by a king essentially, and he got old, so he divided the kingdom between his 4 sons, and they would be the pillars that the land is sort of rested on, and there would be peace and balance. But because the oldest son wanted to, to rule for himself and things like that. Basically, the kingdom fell because the pillars were off balance, and it led to war and ruin. And Mordu actually traded a item for the spell that he wanted, which does replicate very much similar to what happened with Merida. So I forget what he gives. He gives some kind of item. But yeah, basically it's the same sort of story, except Mordu doesn't have a happy ending, unfortunately. But one of the things that I thought was quite cool was that when Merida follows the Wisps and stuff like that with her mum, they actually get transported to the ruins of the ancient kingdom. And I know a lot of people have been talking about the ruins in Ever After being similar to Dunbrock and its castle. I actually think the ruins in Ever After are meant to replicate the ruins of the ancient kingdom and not specifically Dunbrock. So just a little segue there. I do think sort of the biome of Ever After, it is inspired by a lot of things. But I think the ruins, the castle ruins we see, are meant to more reflect the castle ruins of the ancient kingdom and not specifically Dunbrock. So just a little parallel there that I kind of thought of. We do see those ruins in Ever After, and I do think they're sort of interlinked. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of like segue into that. Anyway, in terms of the next thing we could see, I think we could see some more like weapons in game. I originally didn't think we would get any kind of weapons in game. I really thought they would try and stray away from that to kind of keep it more family friendly. Not like, I mean, obviously the weapons are in Disney films, so, it's clearly not a deal breaker for them. But I kind of didn't expect to see us get some items with Mulan. So I think we could see some more in sort of ties into Merida. Specifically, I could definitely see us getting a bow, maybe some sort of bow display for the wall, like hang a bow on the wall, or we could get a bow accessory. I don't think we'll be able to fire arrows from it, but I could see us carrying a bow around. So yeah, that's something that I thought potentially would we get some like weapons displays and things like that with her. Another thing that I thought of was actually some of the rustic wooden furniture that we do see within the movie. I could definitely see us getting some sort of rustic inspired furniture pieces with some ornate detailing. We do tend to see a lot of ornate patterns within some of the wooden pieces, so I could definitely see those patterns translated into some furniture pieces, maybe like a chest or something like that, some drawers or some rustic wooden seating like some tables and chairs, just something basic like that. But that is definitely something that I think we could see come to the game. Now, the next thing that I was thinking of was things such as dresses and kilts. I definitely think we could see some tartan kilts come to the game. I think it would be quite fun to get a kilt in game, get something that is, has that Scottish heritage and uniqueness to it. I think getting a kilt in game would be a fun item. We haven't had any teasers so far of Mirabelle's level 10 rewards, which do typically seem to be clothing nowadays. Not all the level 10 rewards are clothing, by the way. I just want to express that. I just mean like it's more common in recent updates that we've seen from characters that their level 10 rewards is an outfit. So I could definitely see us getting maybe some sort of kilt. Perhaps we get some sort of dress. Certainly the dresses in the movie are very beautiful. Merida has some really nice dresses. We've got the dress that her mum has, but we also have the dresses at the end of the movie that they wear, which I think are absolutely stunning. Probably my favourite dresses in the movie are the ones that are featured at the end for like 2 seconds. But I could definitely see us getting some sort of outfit as our level 10 reward, and I think some sort of tartan patterned outfit, whether that be a kilt or just a dress or whatever it may be, is definitely something we could see. Now, one of the other things that I would normally suspect to come with Merida would have been the iconic tapestry that does get torn, and then she has to mend it. But we technically have that already in game. If you own a Rift in Time, you can actually craft that item with time bending pieces. So I'm really unsure if this is something that they would add in again. Because it just doesn't make sense to kind of duplicate that item. I mean, they could make it slightly different. They could bring in the tapestry with the tear in it, or with like the mend in it, so with the stitching. That is something that they could potentially do. The other thing I thought of was actually at the end of the movie, you do see Merida working on her own tapestry, and it's of her and her mother as the bear. And I thought maybe we could get something like that as an alternative. So instead of the typical tapestry that we think of, that does get the tear in it, you know, featuring her mum, her dad, and the boys, we could maybe get the tapestry that's at the end of the movie instead, as an alternative. Because like I said, we technically do have the tapestry already in the game. It could be something that Gameloft are a bit lazy, so they just replicate it, possibly. I would like to hope that Gameloft wouldn't just do that, because it does come off as lazy. So I think doing a brand new tapestry would be better, and the one at the end of the film would absolutely be perfect to use. We do also have the stones within the movie. I just want to briefly touch on that. I'm not sure we're going to get them. We do have the stones that you get from the Frozen movie. So I'm not too sure if they will do the stones that are sort of in the stone circle that they go to. The Ring of Stones, yeah. I'm not sure whether we will get those or not. It's possible. We could potentially get those as more of a like foliage piece. So we do have the rock section in the kind of like foliage landscaping decor. So perhaps we might get some more rock structures like that. But yeah, I'm just kind of not entirely sure whether that would be included. But I thought I'd mention it because I think that's probably one of the iconic backdrops within the movie, other than the ruins, which, as I said, I think are already in the game with the inspiration in Ever After, and then obviously the actual castle for Clan Dunbrock. So yeah, that is my thoughts on what we may potentially see come in with Merida for the DLC update in terms of furniture inspired from her movie. So furniture to be put in a Brave collection. I do plan to do this video also for Hercules and Tangled, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified for when those videos go live. Tangled's going to be a really interesting one because we already have a lot of Tangled stuff, and we already have a character from Tangled, which is different to Brave and Hercules, where we don't have those characters yet. But I am very, very excited to get into that. If you have any other theories as to what kind of furniture pieces or decor, you know, decorations, clothing that you think we might see from Tangled, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear some of your guys' theories and thoughts. But I will leave this video here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!